Okay, welcome everybody to our Monday night call. It's Hot Topic night, and it's Monday, August 13th. And tonight's Hot Topic is 5 tips to $1,000 party. And I love this topic. And I one time saw someone do an amazing training for a full hour just on host coaching, and it was all these brilliant ideas. But what I wanted to do was boil it down to the 5 things that I feel are non-negotiable. And then I'm going to take you through a brand new tool that the company has given us. I'm going to share screen and show it to you. And then right after that, we're going to take any ideas that you all have that have been working really well for you as well. So we'll chew on a few things. But this is about a quick 15-minute call, I do think. So 5 tips to $1,000 party. First of all, let's step back and think about, what does the $1,000 party give us? And for those of you who are muted, you can unmute, because I want to talk for just a quick moment. What are the advantages to a $1,000 party? What are the great things that happen when you do a $1,000 party?
Your host gets maximum rewards.
Yeah. This month, what does she get?
600 plus 4 half-price jewels.
Nice. Great. Okay.
And I just had a host get that Thursday night.
She's got to be so happy.
Hi, Betsy.
Hey, Paula. Go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, my hostess got $1,100 in free jewelry Wednesday night. $1,100.
Wow.
I didn't know it was that high. The party was $1,900.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
so
$1,100.
And how much did you earn that night?
Because I'm not a group leader yet, and actually was my consultant. So she earned, and she's not a group leader, $435, I think.
So so that's times 30%. So 1,900 times 30%.
No, that's 25%. So if she was a group leader, she would have gotten over $600.
Here's the cool thing. So remember, in our compensation plan, any month that we sell over $1,800,
she'll get the extra
30%. Yeah.
That's right. I forgot to tell her that.
Yeah, so let her know. I know.
It was pretty amazing.
That's great. Gosh, that had to feel excellent.
Oh my gosh, yes. It was just the 2 of us, and we had one fall catalog because we didn't have anything. And I had borrowed some stuff from Wendy. There she is.
Isn't that great? Oh, awesome. Oh, Paula, that is great. I'm so happy to hear it. Yay. Jupiter, Florida's rocking and rolling.
Yes, come to Florida.
I'm coming, yes.
I wish.
We're working on the plans. Yep, I'll be coming back down there.
Good. Well,
yeah, I'm coming back down. Okay, so we make money. Our hostesses get a lot of jewelry. What else happens when we do a $1,000 party or more? Hi, Dusty. Hi, Rhonda. What else happens with the $1,000 party?
I think you definitely book more parties from the party because the energy is so high. And it's exciting.
Ooh. Yeah. Love it. Okay. What else?
Person, you're ambassador.
Yeah. If it's that person's first personal party, then you become a ambassador. Good point. Okay. What else happens with a $1,000 party?
Incentives.
Right. Lots of sales incentives available through every single month. And so usually we have a $500 level, a $1,000 level. Good point. Okay. So
I make $250 unless I'm a group leader. I make $400.
That was my husband, Tyson.
Hi, Tyson.
No.
And he just said Glambassador right when she said it, and my son was like, "Whoa, Dad!"
Hey, Dad, we're gonna take you on the cruise with us in 3 weeks.
I'm ready.
Good job, buddy. You know all the lingo now.
Absolutely.
Tired.
That is so cute. What else? Okay, what else happens with a $1,000 party?
This is a trick question, Betsy, because
no. But you haven't hit everything yet.
Get you closer to Vegas.
Get you closer to Vegas. Yep. What else?
$300 in free sparkle. Did someone say that already?
Yep. Or 600. Yep. We got that.
Okay.
Yep. How about when you've sold $1,000, you've probably gotten in front of 10 or 12 women, and you will probably walk away with a couple of women who are curious about the business opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
right?
Yes, and you get the awesome wrap bracelet.
Yes, you do. A sales incentive. Shanna keeps popping in.
Oh, I love you, Shanna.
Wearing mine.
Funniest girl ever. Let's see. Oh, you know what else? You probably will have a repeat hostess. I bet she'll want to do a party with you again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we covered all of the reasons why we want to shoot for a $1,000 party, right? Okay. So let's talk about ways to get it. The first method is to invite 35 to 40 people. When we invite a whole lot more than that, we cannot fully invite any of them because there are not enough hours in the day. But we can personally focus on 35 or 40 people. However, statistically, if we invite fewer than that, we probably will have not quite as many people as we're going to want to come to the party to hit that $1,000. Because a $1,000 party is probably 10 to 12 orders in most markets. In some markets, it's 15. In other markets, it's 6 people. Just depends on where you live and that crowd. But on average, it's 10 to 12 people. So you want to invite 35 to 40 people to the party, no matter what. So the idea of inviting, I'm going to invite, so when you hear your hostess say, I always just invite my 7 closest friends. Red alert, red alert, red alert, red alert. And then we have to find ways of helping her to think outside of the box. So that, then you go back to what is it that she would like to get out of her party? How many people does she picture being in the room? How much does she want in free jewelry? And what does that equate to in sales? So that she starts to see that what she thinks she wants isn't what she's actually going to get if she's inviting her 7 best friends. Unless her 7 best friends are Beyonce and J-Lo and Shania Twain. And that's great. In which case, those 7 can come and we'll have a great time. Okay, so the other problem is that if you invite 172 people on Facebook, nobody will take it seriously because they will all go, I'm just one of 172 and she won't miss me. So the key is to make sure that they know that they will be missed. So this is why we only do 35 to 40. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, we pick at least 2 methods of inviting those 35 to 40 people. Now there are going to be some, challenges to doing that because you might not have all 35 or 40 on Facebook, and you might not have all 35 or 40 on text if those are the 2 methods that you're choosing. But as best you can, you want to find 2 methods of inviting that will work for this party. And the reason is, like when Kohl's does a sale, they don't just send me a mailer. They send me a mailer. They send me a text. They send me an email. They do TV commercials. What else would they do? They would probably send me smoke signals if they could. Because they want me to come to their sale. They use different methods to say the same thing. We have to do the same thing. Now, it's just not it's not a duplicatable thing to do more than 2, but just at least do 2 methods. It could be postcards. It could be phone calls. So those are the 2 old school methods. It can be texts, Facebook messages, emails, flyers. Maybe you can make up your own flyers. I'm not sure what else. I'm sure I'm missing something. Instagram messaging. I don't know what else other people do. Okay, so those are some of the simple ways, but pick 2 with the permission of your hostess that will work for her and her friends. Okay, number 3, find 5 ways. Find 5 times that you will be reaching these people. The other method is a Facebook event, obviously, like an event page. Not doing it on Facebook, but event page for inviting people. That could be one of them as well. One thing that I like as a caveat about the Facebook event pages is that it gives us a platform for putting up a lot of photographs and kind of building the story about who we are as a brand and what they what they might not know about us. So it allows us to tell our story when we actually use a Facebook event. So you might use Facebook and you might use texting, for
Is it
example,
difficult
or
to
postcards
do
in Facebook or whatever. Yeah, Wendy?
Is it difficult to do an event, Betsy? I haven't done an event.
It's just an event page. It's not a live event on Facebook. I'm talking about a live party at somebody's house, but I'm using Facebook to promote it. Like, come to my house.
Right, but is it hard to set up an event like that?
Simple. I'll show
Okay.
you now. Yeah, super simple. And I do love it. But again, it's still only 35 or 40 people invited on that, right? Okay, so that's important. All right, number 3 is finding the first part, I forgot. Let me go back to the very beginning, because I don't have my notes. I'm doing it all by memory. The very first part, inviting the 35 to 40 people, is all about what is the theme. You've got to have a cute name. It's really critical. And I think I messed up my numbers of points here, but anyway. This might be the worst training or the best training I've ever done. We'll find out how it goes, right? Hi, John. I love how all the husbands are getting on these calls tonight. Maybe that's why I'm off. But there's Tyson, and then there's Dusty, and then there's John. I'm like, okay, whatever. So the theme is really critical. And here's why. Women these days like the idea of an event. They want to be invited to an event. So cocktails and crystals, bikinis, bellinis, and bling. Sandal, Sangria, and Swarovski. Jewelry makes me happy hour. Thirsty Thursday. That's a little bit ambiguous because it doesn't really talk about our jewelry at all. It doesn't really allude to it. But using that fun theme is what actually catches people's attention, and it gives credibility to the whole idea of doing the party in the first place. So you've got to come up with that theme with your hostess. That's super critical. So $1,000 party is your goal. That's our premise. The 35 to 40 guests with a theme, coming up with 2 methods of inviting. And then the next component is people need to hear about this like 5 times. And this is where you're going to get the most pushback from your hostess. Oh, I don't want to bother anybody. Oh, I know she already saw it. If she wants to come, she'll RSVP. So these are the kinds of things that you're going to hear from your hostess. But we want to be sure we help her to understand that this is different from, old school inviting to something like a wedding. Like with a wedding, of course, even that's changing. But with a wedding, you send an invitation and you get a card back. These days, it's very different. With a wedding, a lot of the invitations are actually online. I actually have gotten a couple this summer that were online. Like you RSVP online. Yeah, very interesting. It's great. I mean, it's fun. It's just, I know Debbie's like, what? It's just different. They're keeping up with the times. It's an easier way to keep track of it all digitally. It's, it is what it is. But again, this is where we want to help our hostesses not judge how we are, quote, marketing, because marketing and inviting almost become the same thing with party plan parties. And we have to help our hostess be okay with that so that she knows we're not pestering, because here's what's happening behind the scenes. So I get an invitation to something and I think, oh, Stacy's inviting me to bikinis, bellinis, and bling. That is so cute. I would love to go to Stacy's party. Gosh, I wonder when it is. And I look at the date and I think, I don't know. I don't know if I can go. I have 17 children. I need to check the calendar for all 17 children. And I have to check my husband's calendar and my 3 nannies. I got to see which one of them is available, and make sure that the butler, the chauffeur can drive me to the party. I mean, I got all these calendars to check. I have no way of knowing if this is even possible, right? So this is everything that's going on behind the scenes. As soon as the first time she sees it, she may not know. Funny thing is, first time she gets an invitation to it and she knows she's out of town because she's going to be at the Cannes Film Festival, she knows the answer is no and she clicks no, right? So a lot of the no's will come first. But that's why we have to keep offering that invitation to those people. So 3 text messages, might be several emails through our Evite portal to the same person, because each time we're chipping away at the possibility that she might be getting to an answer. Here's the really interesting thing. A lot of times we don't hear back from people until 24 to 48 hours beforehand. And it's because they don't know if back to school night got moved up a day. They don't know if the basketball game or the baseball game that got rained out for last Tuesday is now going to be next Thursday. They don't know if that business meeting that they were supposed to have scheduled with the boss from last night is actually going to be tomorrow night now. They don't know. They don't know. Women are not actually in a whole lot of control of their own calendars because of all the things that they're involved in. We have to give them grace. We just have to give them grace. And we have to help our hostesses be okay with that. That's why people need to hear about the party 5 times. They'd be given 5 opportunities to RSVP one another. The last component is the most important, and it's that 24 hours to 48 hours beforehand. And it's all about the personal messaging. This is the last and most important component. And this is why we don't invite 172 people. When you've got 35 or 40 people, by the time you're a day or 2 out, you will have heard from, let's say you've got 10 no's and you've got 6 yeses, and you still haven't heard from another 22 people. It's because either they haven't seen it or they just have no idea. So you go through the list. You're going to send a message. We actually have verbiage for all of these that I'm going to share with you. One is you're going to send something to the yeses and the maybes saying, can't wait to see you. Park in the court. I promise the alligators in the pond won't eat you on the way up the driveway. Come jewelry naked. Okay. Right. And can't wait to see you. It's reminding them, and it's going to be fun, and I'll have your glass of sangria waiting, whatever. To the yeses and the maybes. To the no's, you could even say, oh, so sorry you can't make it. Here's the shopping link in case you're looking for some retail therapy. There's some things in here that I think you would love. Send in the shopping link, and it's the RSVP link again, all over again. And they can shop on the party right in there. But here's what really changes the party. It's the ones you haven't heard from yet. And sending a text message or a Facebook message to those people, it can change everything. So it's going to be really short, and it's going to say, hey, I hope you saw that I'm doing my cocktails and crystals tomorrow night at 7 at my house. Gorgeous jewels, great wine and fun. Let me know if you can make it. Love to have you. Because here's the problem. A lot of women by this time are going, oh man, it's tomorrow night. I can go, but now I feel like an idiot because I haven't RSVP'd. And it's so impolite for me to say yes now when she's probably already bought all the food and the wine, or she's already made all the plans, and it's just not right for me to say yes now. So I'm just not going to RSVP. But if she gets that message, she's going to realize that she can come after all. She is free. The chauffeur is able to drive her, and the 3 nannies are available to take care of the 17 children, and she can come after all, which is great because she's going to spend a lot of money at your party. So here's the really cool thing. I have seen parties go from 2 to 10 in the span of 48 hours.
Right.
And it happens all the time because of that follow-up right at the very last minute. Okay, so those are my key points that I want to share with you. But I want to share the screen really fast and show you a really cool new tool that the company has given us. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hang on. So what I want to show you, this is the Ready, Set, Glam guide. And this is all online, the Ready, Set, Glam guide. We have a new, let's see if I can go in on it. We have a new host coaching checklist. This is the coolest thing. So you can print these things out, one for each party that you're doing. All of the things to talk through in your initial chat, things you're going to talk about with her a couple days later, more things to connect with her about a little bit later. 24 hours before the party, and pre-guest arrival, things like that. And this is just a great post-coaching checklist. But right above it are some of the text messages for the reminder texts. Okay, for the yeses, for the nos, for the maybes, and the ones who haven't heard back from. This alone will change the dynamics of the party. And this is page 17 and 18 of the brand new Fall Ready Set Glam Guide. So that's pretty awesome. So yet another tool that the company has given us to keep things so simple. And then of course, a lot of that is actually available on Glam Central digitally, so that for each party, it's showing us on every day of the calendar what we can be doing for each of those parties. So you can do it all based on what's in Glam Central as well. Same information, same to-do list, if you like to track things not on paper, but actually digitally in your back office. Okay, so those are some of the tools. So real quickly, we've got about 4 minutes. What popcorn ideas have been working for all of you that we haven't covered that you think other people could really benefit from? Because at 9 o'clock, we're all going to hop off and wipe the slur. I'm going to hop off for a minute because we're going to start the future leader training, the Go Vegas Baby training at 9 o'clock or 9:02 or so. So what ideas do you guys have that we haven't touched on? How about the hostess wish list? Anybody use that concept?
I sent a message today to my host that's doing a party next week, and just a reminder to look through the catalog, see what it is that she likes, so I can help her and show her what we need to do to maximize the party, and if we need to increase attendance based on what it is she's looking for.
How did she, I love that idea. How did she take that?
She was great. She set up a Facebook event, which that's why I said to you, when you mentioned that, I'm like, okay, I don't know how to do that. She put me in the event and said I was presenting, and I didn't know how to do that. So yeah, she's excited.
Great. That was a great idea. I love that, because then when she knows what she's after, and that if she knows that she's got $600 in jewelry that she wants, it's going to need to be $1,000 plus party.
Well, and I sent it through when you go in to the host, because I was looking up her host password. And when you go in, you can actually do the email to her instead of texting it. You can just do it right. It's all set up, and you can just click, hit send, and it goes right to her.
Right. And not only that,
change the verbiage to sound more like you.
Yeah. Yeah, the verbiage isn't, yeah.
It doesn't sound like me. So
it doesn't sound quite like you.
Change a few things.
One thing that's really fun is that there is an online wish list for her that she can fill out too.
Mm-hmm. No, it's awesome.
Yeah. Stacey, anything that's worked for you in particular? You've had some big parties.
I started doing something a little different, which seems to be helping because it seems to be getting people a little more serious about their invitations. And I actually created a little meme, and it says, mark your guests, F for Facebook, E for email, T for text, and P for postcard. So now I'm saying to them, hey, I need you to go ahead and write out your guest list for me. And as you're writing out your guest list, we've got 4 very easy ways to send out your invitations. And then I send them a little meme saying, mark each guest with how you want to send them an invite. It seems to be getting them a little more serious about thinking about who they are inviting and how is the best way to reach out to that person. Surprisingly, have been very receptive to it. Mm-hmm. I've had them sending me pictures, their guest list once they write it out.
Wow.
And it seems to really be working for me so far.
That's great. That's very creative.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because then I also read them that we have these 4 really easy ways that we can send invitations, and I want to make this as easy as possible for you.
Okay.
So as you're coming up with your guest list, how are you going to invite each person? And then from there, get it out.
I love it.
The party I just did yesterday, she booked a week ago.
Oh.
A week ago.
Wow.
She had 6 in attendance, and she did that. She wrote me her little list and how she was going to invite them. And it's up to a $755 party.
Nice. Congratulations. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really think actually nailing them down and getting that guest list ahead of time, and again, to really push it into play, I won't release their Facebook event till they send me their guest list.
Oh.
How do you have them send it to you? Do they take a picture and text it, or actually?
Take a picture and text it to me. I say, I've got all your event all set up. I just need your guest list, and then we can go ahead and get everything in play. But yeah, I'm not launching their Facebook event until they send me their list.
Mm-hmm. That's really creative.
You launch that, they just go in there, and again, 100 some odd women, and they're inviting them.
I know. That's a very good point. And this way they're being very careful about that, because sometimes they won't listen to us, will they? Yeah, that's a good point. All right, I'm going to stop the recording on this portion.